Okay, welcome back to KC's Beerroom. I'm KC. This is KC's Bar, and this is the big New Year's Eve show. So thanks for joining me. I hope everyone had a great Christmas, and now it's the last day of the year. It's the 31st of December. It's 7:34 p.m. here right now in the Beerroom, and it's 24 degrees. So like I said, it's New Year's Eve, everyone will be out partying, so I don't know if you'll ever watch this video. Maybe you might watch it in 3 or 4 days time, but we got something good coming up tonight. We're going to have a look back at the past year, this year 2025, maybe some of the highlights, but mostly the lowlights of what we reviewed and done this year on the channel. I kicked off tonight. I've got from Drink West, I've been drinking their local lagers, and we also got a 6-pack of their pale ale, which we'll be drinking through this review. I've still got half a skewy of that one left, the lager. But anyway, like I said, we're going to be having a look back at the year, which is what you do normally at the end of a year. You go back and have a look at what we've achieved and what we've done, and you know, so let's get this cranking. We'll open this up first. So like I said, it's a pale ale. Don't know much about it. Saw it down at Raji's down here. I thought that'll be the go. Drink West. Normally they've only got their yellow cans, which is the ones over there, which was a lager. So I don't know if it's the same beer as the local lager. Doesn't taste the same, but oh, it's got a bit of fruitiness to it. Yeah, a bit of fruitiness for that pale ale. So, shall we have a drink? Let's have a drink. It's a snatch. We've had a bit of a snatch. Bit of fruitiness, tropical, pineapple. It's pineapple-y. So what I'm going to do, I'll put a few videos up through this. So I'll put this up and we'll go through the beers that I've drank this year. Not all of them, obviously, because then it'll just take too long. But we'll have a look at a few. There was a few big occasions this year. Like we had, what did we have? We had Anzac Day, we had Easter, which are always good videos where you can sort of dress up or go somewhere and do something. We had an election. Albo got back in. We also had a new pope. Halloween. There was lots. We did a lot this year, a lot of different things. So I'll put this video up and we'll go through and we'll have a bit of a snippet, a bit of a look at a few of the videos that we done, the highlights, the lowlights. So we started off the year with my last New Year's Eve or New Year's Day beer was the New Zealand XPA from Filter. Great beer. And then the next video after that, we did the Hawkesbury. We did a whole lot of them beers, the whole range that Audi had. But we're going to stop. We're going to stop and have a quick look at the election. Exciting stuff the election was. Albo up against Mr. Potato Head, One Nation, Jackie Lambie, all those good things. So that's the first one we're going to have a look at. So here's that video for you now to have a look at. Man's Albo Pale Ale. So we got Albo to vote for. the Labor Party. If only he looked that handsome now, he might get 5 extra votes. We've also got from the Liberal Party right here, here he is, Mr. Potato Head, Arthur from the ABC Kids TV show, Peter Dutton, looking great there with his tongue hanging out. And we've also got, and I'm sure you all know this party, they've been smashing us with text messages. They're on all the ads. We've got the trumpet of patriots. Yes, we've been watching Sue Ellen up there for the last couple of weeks, especially on YouTube. Every ad break you get, Sue Ellen's up there blowing a trumpet. I don't like welcome to country. No more hex fees. Everyone will get a house. Look up your seat. You've got a house. You've got a house. So before we go on to the next one, let's have a sip of this beer. It's got a nice malt, a nice amount of maltiness, graininess. It's not that bitter. It's more of a malt-driven pale ale, probably similar to the Cooper's Pale Ale, I guess. Not overly tropical from those hops, but it's got a nice tang to it. So the next video we're going to have a look at was the Pope. Poor old whatever his name was it Benedict Arnold? I don't know. We seem to be just going through popes left, right and centre here, but those people conclaved together, the cardinals, and they voted on a new Pope. Pope Leo was his name, and we tried the Pope Leo the 14th beer. Direct out of Rome, straight to Kendall, to the KC's Beerroom. And you can have a look at this video now. Importantly, there was another election for a new Pope, the new Pontiff, the new Holy Father. And it was done last night. All them cardinals got out there. They all voted, and I got sent directly from the Vatican City the newest beer. It's the Pope Leo beer. Pope Leo the 14th beer, straight from the Vatican City. How about that? Sent directly, only to me. I'm the only one that got it. Only KC got the Pope Leo the 14th beer. So other great beers reviews we've done, which was one of my most popular for this year, was the Great Northern Fallout. The Great Northern Fallout. Were they woke or were they bloke? They tried to go around and change. Well, not change. They wanted to spend some of their money on private land and turn it into national parks, and then somehow all the four-wheel drivers, the motorbikers, the people that use these private lands and state parks and things got upset about it. But that video done really well for me, so thanks all for watching that. The next one we could have a look at. Before we go to the next one, like I've done a lot of different videos this year. Like I went to the Beers, Beats and Brews at Penrith there. That was a great night. Me and Mrs. Beer, we had a great time down there. We also went to Newtown to see Pete Murray. We went to Mountain Goat, saw Pete Murray, and then we went up to the Duke, the Iron Duke, is it called? It's not the Iron Duke, just the Duke of Enmore. Maybe it is the Duke of Enmore. And we see that great tribute band, the Elvis Presley rock and roll tribute, heavy metal, whatever it was. we also brought back the World Cup of Beer again, which is another thing I like to do. Doesn't get that many views, but that's okay. It's something that I like to do. It's good fun. Go out, get a collection of different beers, and then try them against each other. And what I like most about it is that you guys, if you want, you can interact with the channel either through giving your vote on a YouTube comment or through my Facebook group, KC's Beer Room. If anyone wants to join it, it's KC's Beer Room on Facebook. Not much, but it's just a place where you can post your photos or whatever of what you're drinking, where you've been, different pubs, different clubs. I do a thing every Friday night. What do I call it? Something Friday, what you're drinking. But yeah, so the World Cup of Beer, it's always a good fun for me doing those videos. Just waiting for the next thing to come up. What do we do next? Still on the World Cup of Beer. The Fox Hat Metric IPA. That was another beer that I found in Aldi. Had a bit of fun with the metric system. Oh, there's the one, the Chinese Gardens, the Chinese craft beer that Backyard Beer Brothers sent me. Went down to the Chinese Gardens down there in Blacktown, I think it's Blacktown, and filmed a video down there. That was great. And then we move into October, into the Fest beers. So we tried things like putting up Weinstefaner up against White Bay Brewery. We did a fruity beer from Belgium. We did a Hofbrau original. We did the Hofbrau Fest beer. Then we did a Hofbrau Helles up against the original. Then I did a video a few weeks ago. I called it, or titled it, Thank God for Australia. It was more supposed to be about Thanksgiving, but I sort of got on a bit of a rant there and ended up talking about how weak our government is, how weak the Albanese government is. And
I especially love it with President Donald Trump. Says it how it is, and if he doesn't like it, he'll change it and make it the way he likes it. And that's what we need in Australia. We need a strong Prime Minister that's not afraid about upsetting anyone. Because if we do, we're just falling victim to people coming here, people that live here and want to cause harm. You got to be strong. We need a strong Prime Minister. We don't have one. We haven't had one for a long time. I think, and I hate to say it, the last time we had a strong Prime Minister was John Howard. He was the only one that stood up and would say stuff. We're going to stop this. We're going to get rid of guns. We're going to get this, get rid of that. And he did.
And I was mentioning things like that. If we don't tough it up, if we don't get a Prime Minister that wants to, be tough, be hard, not just against anti-Semitism, just against anything that's against the Australian way of life. Like, we don't care. Like, if you come here and you've got a certain religion and your culture and you want to continue that, but that's fine. But you've got to adjust and assimilate into the Australian way. You can't bring all your past problems from your country into our country and continue that, whatever it is, that battle, that war, that jihad, that hatred. And and I even said that in that video that it's something is going to go on, and 3 weeks later we had the Bondi massacre or terrorist attack in Bondi. But anyway, so then after that we sort of moved on into the Christmas beers. Always a great time. I had the Fat Man Red Suit Big Sack and the Unicorn Pavlova, whatever it is, beer. So that's pretty much the year. You saw all the videos. We went through them all. I enjoyed doing it. I hope most of you enjoyed it. And we'll just get back to this beer. Drink West. That's Cleary, Nathan Cleary, halfback for Penrith and Australia, New South Wales sometimes when he's not injured. It's a nice pale ale. Pale ale is probably my favourite style of beer. It's got a nice pineapple-y taste to it, bit of grapefruit. I think it's a bit better than the local lager, although the local lager's okay. You can just knock back a few of them. That's got a bit of a light sweetness, floralness to it. It's like a sort of like a pilsner. But anyway, I hope you all have a really good New Year's Eve tonight. Whether you see this tonight, it's New Year's Eve. Whether you see it tomorrow, it's New Year's Day. Doesn't matter. So all the best for next year. I'll be back here doing this bullshit again, whether you like it or not. Doesn't matter. So you all get there. You all have a great New Year's Eve and a great New Year next year. And until next time, you fucking suck.